Greetings viewers, Eric the Car Guy here, also known as ETCG1 on this here channel. I'm wearing the special hat, and here on ETCG1 we talk about stuff. We're not doing repair videos. If you want repair videos, link in the description of the Eric the Car Guy channel. You can go there and watch repair videos. If you want to stick around and join in the conversation, I welcome you to do so, and thank you for watching. Also, if it's your birthday, hey, happy birthday. As some of you may be aware, I have a website. On that website, there is a forum. On that forum, there is a thread that is titled Suggestion Box. And R. Sawyer 05 suggested this video. And I wasn't really sure where to put it. I wasn't sure whether this was going to be an Eric the Car Guy video or an ETCG1. And whenever I'm unsure, I default to ETCG1. But what he asked was, what about a toolkit? What kind of tools, what kind of things do you carry around with you in your vehicles? Well, I'm going to admit that I really only carry stuff around in my Element. And the irony is I don't drive my Element as much these days. Ever since I got the Vigor on the road, I've been driving that because I really love it. That being said, I thought I would take you through my box of stuff that I keep in the back of the Element just in case. First of all, we have our grocery bags, which, you know, I think it's pretty obvious what those are used for. I have a blanket that I got a very long time ago. I used to smoke, and this is actually from Marlboro. I saved up my cigarette packs and sent them all in and got myself a free blanket. You can't exactly call it free because I did spend quite a bit of money on cigarettes to get this. But that being said, I have a blanket. And this is coming real handy for like picnics, things like that. But you know, in the wintertime, something, you know, maybe something happens, whatever, you get stranded, be really happy to have like this blanket here. Another thing I have, old oily rags. I have one of those. I also have just regular like work gloves. And that's, mostly if I have to do something with exhaust or something that might have a lot of heat to it, I carry those around. Also, a small fire extinguisher, a smattering of tow straps, and I've actually had to use these. My wife got the van stuck one time in the mud, and I pulled it out with this Element, believe it or not. Yeah, I know, it's weird. It's an Element. The Micro Start, I don't know if you remember this, but this is like a portable jump box. This little guy here, I'll post a link in the description to the review I did on it, but this little guy here can actually jump start a vehicle. In addition, first aid kit. Just your regular first aid kit. I haven't added anything to this one. I have like lots of first aid kits in my life. And I suppose I could add a couple of more things to this. Sometime I'll go through my med kit that I have here at the shop. That would be a good one to do also. And lastly, the slime inflator. This is another one that I did a review on a while back. But what this does, it's a little portable air compressor that you can use to air up tires and sports balls. So if you're out someplace and having fun and your sports ball deflates, Eric the Car Guy to the rescue. Ooh, I don't want to forget, I also carry around some spare oil with me, you know, just in case my oil gets low. Outside of that, nothing. As far as carrying around a toolkit that I could actually fix things with, I may regret saying this, but I've been stranded a couple of times, and I was able to get out of those situations just through working through the problems in those situations. One time I ran out of gas. Thankfully that was during the age of cell phones, and all I had to do was call somebody and they brought me some gas. And then another time it was the middle of the night and I was driving along and all my lights, power in the car, everything died. Turned out the wire in the back of the alternator had rotted away and fell off the back of the alternator, and I went to a local truck stop, got a couple of pieces of wire, took the wire, you know, since it's a thicker gauge wire, I took a thinner gauge wire and took several of them and put them together to try to match the same gauge. Twisted all those things together, put it on the back of the alternator, and was able to drive to where I needed to go. And I'm not going to say that it's always going to be like that in the future, but I question the validity of carrying around a massive toolkit around with you all the time. My father used to do that. He had a really heavy toolbox that he carried around in his 77 Suburban. And I saw him use it a handful of times, and when you need that stuff, yeah, you really need that stuff. But personally, I've elected to try to just keep my vehicles maintained and try to catch any issues before they become something that leaves me along the side of the road. That's been my philosophy up to now. So far, it seems to have worked. I just try to keep things maintained. and look for problems before they become problems. I realize sometimes you can't predict things, but that's what I've got in the toolkit inside the back of my Honda Element. I keep it in this box because I have more than one vehicle and I can put it into a different vehicle if I feel I'm going to need it and move it around. But up until making this video, I realized I'd forgotten it and left it in the back of the Element, and I haven't been driving it. So what do you carry around with you in your vehicle in case you get into a jam? I don't know what to call this. It's not exactly a toolkit. There are some tools in it, but there's other stuff like the first aid kit and everything else, which, you know, in some ways are like human tools. I know some of you in colder climates might have other things on the list of stuff that you carry around with you. The comments are open. Also, there'll be a link in the description to a thread about this video if you wish to go over there and respond, and also that suggestion box. Thanks to rsawyer05 for suggesting this video. If you have automotive questions, as long as we're on the topic of airatthecarguy.com, I'd ask that you head over there. There's a welcome video to tell you about all the stuff we have there to help you with automotive issues, should you have them. If you wish to connect with me socially, I can be found on Google+, Facebook, and Twitter. Post these ETCG1 videos on Mondays, so stop back and see me then. And I also close each of these videos with be safe, have fun, and stay dirty. I look forward to your comments and your contributions on this one. Catch you next time.